Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's check out the Adventures of Bertram Fiddle, Episode 1, A Deadly Business, on Nintendo Switch. Alright. Sound effects, music, subtitles. Alright. Not much else. Chapter 1. Curious Stirrings.
Pygmies! Damn time machine! I can't see a thing. I can't see a thing. I can't see a thing. Ah, that's better. What a beautiful day. Only a mild smattering of pigeons. That's better. Gavin must have left this rag out when he cleaned the photomographs. I ought to tidy it up.
What nose is in this? Yeah, it just looks like there's a giant maggot on his face.
Me being chased by a giant man-eating tortoise. I've never been so mildly afraid in all my life. What a tedious death that would have been. Gavin, my trusty manservant, and I in the Peruvian jungle. He's a cyclops, strong as an ox, but terrible depth perception. Last year's trip to the centre of the earth. Got a lovely tan. Ha-ha! My Stanley steam lift. It makes traversing these cumbersome stairs a breeze. Seems to be a little stuck. Blasted pile of rubbish. Where's Gavin? He should be here to hand me my telegrams. Gigantic diamond? Sounds legitimate.
Dear Sir, Madam, allow me to introduce myself. I am Prince Mbuti, and, since the death of my dear father, I have come into possession of an incredibly large and valuable diamond. I require your assistance to bring it to London, and I am willing to pay you the sum of £100 in return for your urgent helpings. I await your reply. Yours honestly, Prince Mbuti.
I've been telegram spammed.
Make your wife's eyes go counterclockwise. You won't believe the improved satisfaction forthcoming as a result of purchasing Dr. Cravenot's majestic dignity pills. Shipped discreetly and without questions. Telegram now for a free sample.
A message from Lord Arthwipe. Maybe he has news of an adventure.
Fellow, I have an errand for you. Come to my house on Hemlock Street by noon. Lord Arthwipe.
Sir, is that you?
Have you locked yourself in again, Gavin?
Good morning, Mr. Fiddle.
Ah, there you are, Gavin. Where have you been?
I was just, deflating the Zeppelin, sir. I did not hear you walk down the stairs. Did you sleep well?
Unfortunately not. It was a restless night, embothered by some strange dreams. My mind craves adventure. And without it, I fear I'm going quite mad. It's been 2 months without the slightest expedition. I'm becoming a little worried. What shall I do if I can't do my adventurings?
Do not fear, sir. There is an old Peruvian saying. The forest is full of trees.
Quite. My grandfather had a massive clock. My dear mother, I owe her so much. Approximately £12,000 and a new gazebo. My turtle lamp. I don't know why I shelled out for it. Just some artifacts I picked up on my travels. My prized possession. An actual tyrannosaur arm bone. I shot my first Yeti with that. Nearly lost my moustache in the process. A rather cheeky specimen. I'm writing my autobiography. A fiddle here and there.
It is a most gripping read, sir.
A fossilized dinosaur egg.
But which came first?
That's my inventory.
I'm writing my...
It is a most gripping read, sir.
Oh, there you are, Bertram.
Good morning, dear heart.
It's nearly 10 o'clock. I hardly call that morning. Haven't you got some adventuring to do?
Alas, no. I have been looking, but I just can't find any expeditions worthy of my talents.
Well, if you don't find something to adventure soon, I shall require that you find yourself a proper job.
It's not that easy, my dear. You can't merely go outside and find yourself in a world full of unimaginable creatures. Adventure strikes when you least expect it.
That as may be, I am accustomed to certain standards, Bertram. Being respectable costs money. Your mother agrees with me. She has mentioned there is a very respectable position at Mr. Dullsworth's soap company providing telegrammatic advertising. The hours are long and arduous, and the work repetitive and uninteresting. But you would receive a steady income, Bertram.
My, is that the, I really must be off.
Bertram, caviar doesn't just grow on trees.
There, my dear. Don't cry. I'm sure there is an adventure just around the corner. I'm sorry, dear.
You have until the end of the day to find suitable employment, or I am calling Mr. Dullsworth.
Oh, well, of course, my dear.
Thank you, Bertram. Now, could you do me a favour?
Well, I do have an appointment with Lord Arthwipe.
For goodness sake, Bertram, I don't like you running errands for a dreadful man. It's just not becoming. Now then, can you take Foofy to the groomery for me? It's on Groom Street.
Yes, of course, my dear.
This is all very tiresome. I'm going to lie down.
Bothersome creature. Basket! Foofy! Foofy, basket! What's the matter, Foofy? Hopefully that will keep him quiet for a while. Is the bottle of gin half full or half empty? Is the bottle of gin half full or... It's lucky I have such spacious pockets.
May I remind you that I possess immense strength, Mr. Fiddle.
If I could just reach my key.
Yes?
Be a good fellow and move this cabinet, Gavin.
Certainly, sir.
Up to my knees in adventure in Africa, just before I discovered the world's shortest river. Back in 1878, I managed to hunt down and kill the majestic rhino bird. It's bad luck to use an umbrella indoors, don't you know?
Yes?
The door is locked. What am I to do? Fits like a key, literally. What a lovely day for a stroll. Why, there's hardly any drizzle at all.
There is a storm coming.
What a terrible little man. He never said sorry. Oh, I see. He's bemuddled our bags up. He's got Foofy. Rude man. Excuse me. Rude man. It's almost like he doesn't want his bag back.
I say.
Come on, Gavin. Do keep up.
I think we are gaining on him. We're definitely getting closer.
I say.
Watch where you're going.
This way, Gavin. I'm sorry.
Do you mind? Do you mind?
Huzzah!
My oranges! My lovely oranges!
Chapter 2, A Visit to the Adventurers Club.
Ouch!
Are you okay, sir?
What's this? It appears to be a nose. He must have dropped it in his haste to scurry off into the shadows. Have you seen a short, shadowy, sinister-looking chap scurry by?
No, I'm afraid I haven't. You squashed me oranges! Me lovely oranges!
Evening, Burble! Did you see a suspicious, shadowy little man run by, perchance? I wish to return his bag.
No, sir, I have not. You should ask that Sherlock Holmes, sir. He's a proper detective. You can find him in the Adventurers Club.
Yes, I know who he is. I'm quite the detective myself, you know. Blessed with a keen eye for detail. Let me have a look at that. Oh, look. A freak show is in town.
Geoff the Murderer strikes again. Can anyone uncover the identity of Victorian London's most elusive serial killer? Freak show, admit one person freely.
Upgrade your moustache. A shilling? I'm not paying that.
Upgrade your moustache. Don't wait for Mother Nature. Slight satisfaction guaranteed. Create an immensely whiskery admiration for only a shilling.
Psst, over here. Emelina Snoopsworth, reporter for the Evening Burble.
Good day. Bertram Fiddle, leading Victorian explorator. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Yes, of course I have. Maybe you can help me. Are you a member of the Adventurers Club?
Indeed I am, madam. How may I be of service?
I'm investigating the ghastly murderings that have been happening, and I want to interview Sherlock Holmes, but he's a very difficult man to get hold of. They won't even allow women in this ridiculous, outdated, backwards club. It's 1884, not the Middle Ages.
Quite. As it happens, I'm going to see Sherlock Holmes now. Perhaps I can ask for you.
That would be most helpful. If you learn anything about the recent murderings, do tell. Have you found out anything yet?
I'm still conducting my investigation.
Well, tell me as soon as you're done. Our readers demand news as soon as it happens.
Your Majesty. Ooh, he looks a bit sickly.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Fiddles. The usual.
Yes, please. One can never have enough tea. How do you do, Sir Grouchly?
How do you think, Fiddle? Things haven't been the same since I lost my legs in Venice. Constant pain, Fiddle. Constant.
Oh, I am sorry. That sounds terrible.
You weren't there, man. You weren't there.
I'm afraid, Mr. Fiddle, you are not permitted into the gold members area. It is for A-list adventurers only.
I've never been so outraged. I need to see Sherlock Holmes.
Mr. Holmes has asked expressly not to be disturbed as he is working on the dreadful case of Geoff the Murderer.
I have my own case I want to talk to him about.
I'm afraid, Mr. Fiddle, you are not permitted into the gold members area.
Ooh, porcupine canopies. A prickly aperitif. Your Majesty. Guy Hardwood, how are you?
Fiddle! Long time no see.
Yes, it's been a while.
Just telling Melvis here about my latest adventure. 4 months in Patagonia.
South America.
Discovered a lost world. It was well splendid. Yeah. Found this thing up a crevice.
Crevasse.
So thought I'd bring it back. Don't even know what it is.
Got a few ideas.
Crazy.
Prehistoric?
Has someone been trolling? It's a very unique-looking creature.
Don't touch Fiddle. She bites. Not too keen on being cooped up.
You nearly took my elbow off.
But if she got out, who knows what she might do?
Pandemonium, I expect.
Is the lock safe?
Safe as houses, Fiddle. Paid top shilling for that beauty.
Lord Rochestamp has been asleep since 1882. A grisly and gnarled member. Time to cause a flap. Fly, little creature, fly!
Crikey! Fiddle! You buffoon! What have you done? Come back! Come back to me! Oh!
Here I am, right behind you, Guy.
Oh, yes, that's the
Yes,
spot.
the infamous Jade Griffin. Lord Cragglewedge, first man to climb halfway up Mount Everest. It's quite an achievement. Sir Clive Odwing, the world-renowned ornithologist's private chamber. He's left his door ajar.
Do you mind?
Oh, terribly sorry. The door was open and I, no.
Ooh, down a bit, Sandra. Don't just stand there gawking, man. I'm sure it's nothing you haven't seen before. Ooh, you've got cold hands. Ooh.
Is that the breasted wedgecock? Why, I've not seen one of those for many a year.
We have a saying in Peru, two can play that game.
Oh, it's like living in an avian paradise.
Pick those leaves up from a fellow in Indies. Strong stuff. Good for relaxing. Help yourself.
I'll be off then.
Be a good fellow and shut the door on your way out.
Ah, Sherlock's private room. No doubt where he works on his important cases.
Alright, hold on for just a minute. Okay.
Ha! I win again, Watson. You really are a dolt.
I'm sorry, Holmes. I'm trying. It's just I don't really understand the rules of this game. All your games. Been there, been there, been there, been... Oh, that's new.
Ah, Fiddle. What brings you here? Come to bore us with more tales of one of your piffling adventures, have you?
No, I'm on a mission to return this bag unto its rightful owner.
And who is its rightful owner?
That I have yet to ascertain. There are absolutely no clues whatsoever.
Have you tried looking in the bag?
Ah, I never thought of that.
The features have been sliced off expertly with a sharp instrument by someone with skill and panache.
Aha, this looks like the work of London's most elusive serial killer, Geoff the Murderer. Ha! Good luck finding him, Fiddle. The whole of Scotland Yard hasn't been able to track him down in decades.
I rather fancy my luck, Holmes. He can't be that far away.
You, Fiddle, you couldn't find your own tolly water in the toilet. I'll wager you don't even come close. If you can find Geoff the Murderer, I'll wear a woman's dress and dance the trifling gallop round the streets of Lambeth.
I accept, good sir. Nice to see you, Bertram.
Shush, Watson.
But this...
Yeah, can't click on it, huh? Alright, fine.
Go away, Fiddle.
But this...
Shush, Watson.
Maybe I could make something to calm Sherlock down. A spot of tea?
Oh.
Go away, Fiddle.
But this...
Shush, Watson.
Maybe I could make something to calm Sherlock down. Try this one. It's a special blend.
Give me that. Being the world's greatest crook thwarter is thirsty work. What is in this tea? I feel somewhat strange.
What have you done? Is he dead? Don't worry, Watson. He's just sleeping. Oh, I mean, good. Now, was there something you wanted to tell me? I know you'll think me silly for saying, but you need to ask the spirits for help. Spirits? I am a man of science. I don't believe in such puffery. No, Bertram. They exist. I have seen them with mine own 2 eyes. Sherlock says it was a seagull, but I know it was the spirit of the recently departed. The spirit sometimes lingers on in this realm, especially if it has been wronged. You should help her find peace by collecting the missing body parts. Try and find Count Fulchmuckle. He's a gentleman with an acquired taste, but he does have certain connections. I'm sure he can help you on your quest. Seek out those trained in the dark arts.
Have you found out anything yet?
Well, madam, I spoke to Sherlock, but he's somewhat occupied right now.
Typical. The conceited buffoon.
However, I am able to inform you that I, Bertram Fiddle, am now on the case of Geoff the Murderer. And I shan't rest until I find him.
Oh my goodness, this is wonderful news. Our readers will be delighted to hear about this.
You can tell your readers not to fear. I can be quite sleuthful when I need to be.
Here's my news blimp now. I must be off, Mr. Fiddle, but I'm sure I shall see you again. Good luck, Mr. Fiddle!
Hemlock Street? This must be Lord Arthwipe's abode.
Public less than confident.
My, News travels fast around here. Would you say my nose looks big in this?
Bertram Fiddle on the case. Detective Holmes asleep on the job. Are pickles good for you? Full story inside.
Nevermore.
Have you heard the news, Fiddle? There's been another murder, right under our noses. They say he is the devil himself.
Phew, terrible, isn't it?
Terrible? Terrible? You do not know the meaning of the word, Fiddle. Now I, on the other hand, I have done some truly terrible things in my time. Fortunately, I am so rich, I am above the law.
Interesting paintings, your lordship. Are they Dutch? Nice doggy.
It's not a dog, you fool. It's a wolf beast. My double-headed cobra, Fiddle. Twice as deadly as a normal one. Tiger cordial, Fiddle. A most refreshing libation. Do you want some? It puts a spring in your step, Fiddle. Makes you feel 10 feet tall. I have a little errand for you, Fiddle. You may encounter a Lady Ravisham whilst traipsing around. She has in her possession some photomographs that I would rather she did not. I need you to retrieve them for me. If you obtain them successfully, meet me in Lady Ravisham's secret garden, and I will reward you handsomely. But tell no one, Fiddle. No one. I've arranged for my coach to take you there. It is waiting outside.
Okay.
Ah, Mr. Fiddle, I've been waiting for you. Have you got everything? Once you get in, there's no going back. Hurry up, I ain't got all day. Giddy up!
Chapter 3. Further Entanglings.
What a peculiar day this is turning out to be. I'm never going to find myself an adventure at this rate. There is no way a man of my caliber should have to work for Mr. Dullsworth. But at least this mission for Lord Arthwipe should see us well rewarded.
I don't trust him. He has funny eyes.
Lord Arthwipe? He's a very important and extremely well-connected gentleman. If we can impress him, I'm sure he will be able to provide us with some form of adventure. We must hunt down this Geoff the Murderer, and fast. But the odds are stacked against us. He has eluded all attempts at capture so far, and taunts even the greatest detective minds. Imagine the look on Sherlock's face if we were to succeed where he has not.
And your wife's dog, sir.
And Foofy. I must get him back, or Werther will be furious.
We have a saying in Peru, an armadillo never gives up.
You're right, Gavin, and neither shall we. There he is now! Quick! Stop the coach! Don't let him get away again, Gavin! There he is! Behind bars, where he belongs. Next to a gate? In an alley? Why, you could say it was an alligator. Dr. Jupitron's reinvigorative tonic. A cure for all your ailments and whimsies.
Dr. Jupitron's rejuvenating tonic. Have you a cough? Guaranteed to remedy coughs, colds, melancholy, lethargy, consumption, delirium, effluence, dullness of mind, elephant jaw, irregularity, irritability, smallpox, big pox, voxpox, cow fever, lice, pimples, the vapors, and give unbridled enthusiasm in matters of the heart.
Oh, damn it! How did he get through there? How did he get through there? They won't budge.
Yes?
Quickly gather, you curmudgeonly elf. We must follow him.
Sir, I sense a disturbance in defense.
He's a slippery little fellow. Where's he gone now?
Why is your nose so funny?
What did you say? Gracious me! Those are sizable undergarms. I do hope no one sees this. Think of the scandal. May as well leave that here. See you later, alligator. Got them. Ooh, silky.
Count Fulchmuckle's residence. How may I help you?
I am on the hunt for a fiendish villain who has the city in a grip of terror. May I come in?
You can't come in. Master is out. He went out on one of his nocturnal perambulations last night, and I haven't seen him since.
Oh, really?
He's a funny one, to be honest, sir. Hates the lie. And he has some strange requests. But he's always been good to me.
Ah, I should probably be off now.
Oh, yes. I'm afraid I've said too much. Good day, sir. And if you see the Count, tell him his breakfast is getting cold.
Excuse me, did you see a man run by? About this high, mean, squinty eyes, a menacing scowl.
Indeed I did. He knocked me over and trod on my monocle. Oh, bother, it's cracked. It's no use to me now.
Here, let me help you up. It's broken, but it might just help. This is Lady Ravisham's house. She was known as the most beautiful lady in London, but no one has seen her for years. That's too heavy for me to lift. I'll put my back out.
At your service.
It's a good start. Ooh, Marvo the Hypnocat. I feel strangely compelled to go.
You don't know why, but you want to see Marvo the Hypnocat.
Woods's original gripe water. The bitterest beverage money can buy. getting bolder all the time. Shoo! Shoo! What are they pecking at? It's a mouth! One more piece of the puzzle. That can't be right. What a winning smile! That's not to be sniffed at. The lesser spotted glump. A footstool. That will come in handy. What a dreadful racket! I can't hear myself think!
Yes?
What?
What are you doing, young man? Don't you know it's rude to poke around a lady's chamber without being properly introduced?
She can't hear me. Deaf as a post. Hello, your ladyship. How are you?
What's that? I can't hear a word you're saying. Oh, that's better. I can hear you now.
Have you heard about the murderous villain known only as Geoff the Murderer? I, Bertram Fiddle, am hunting him down. You should be careful. Living on your own.
Don't worry, young man. I have a feeling I shall be quite safe. Is there anything else you want?
Squawk!
Have you met Mr. Calamus? He's my only companion. I tell him all my secrets.
Tells me all her secrets, but never remembers to feed me. Barely got the energy to lift my wings. I'm no tattletale. My beak is sealed. What did you say? Ollie wants a cracker. I'm starving. What a magnificent diamond.
Look how it catches the light.
Oh, that thing. A mere trinket that has brought nothing but bad luck. A gift from someone I'd rather forget. May it bring you better fortune than it has me.
That looks like it was painted a long time ago.
Rummage in my drawers if you like, dearie. I've got nothing to hide. Is there anything else you want?
I was wondering if you had any photographs I could look at.
Photographs? I don't know what you're talking about. Is there...
I was wondering...
Footstool?
A stoolish idea.
No.
Oh, I ought not to wave these around willy-nilly.
Boy, there is nothing for options. Not even a save menu. Alright, well, hopefully this thing auto-saves, because there's no way to manually save it.
The lesser spotted glump.
This is auto-pause-free. God, it's so weird, there's like nothing. And you've been watching The Adventures of Bertram Fiddle, Episode 1, A Deadly Business on Nintendo Switch. The sequels were just released yesterday or the day before, so I thought I'd play through the first one. So far, it's been really amusing. I do like these kind of games, although I typically get stuck in them and never return to them because I can never figure them out. Because there's always some odd object that goes to some weird place which you never would have thought of. And I never can think of the way the programmers think what would be a logical solution. So we'll see how far I get. It's, like I said, so far it's been amusing. I think it's really good for this kind of game. So if you like your point and clicks with a little bit of dry humor, then this is certainly for you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.